Okay, so we'll be talking about regular expressions. Okay, so before I start talking about the regular expressions, I'm asking like if anyone knows what regular expressions are. Anyone knows? Okay, so simple thing is regular expression is something which can identify patterns. It's a way to test values against patterns. So say you have suppose this word, suppose uh, John, right? So using the text comparison, you can find if using the string methods, you can check if John is here. But what you cannot check is you cannot check if someone says if this pattern, like anything like this, is there. Right? This can be anything. Star. So in that case, we need regular expression to find a pattern. Okay. So in PHP, when you are actually building a dynamic website, we need these regular expressions frequently. The reason behind this is suppose someone has written a big paragraph or submitted something. So suppose someone has something like this. So dynamic account say so someone suppose the account number is something like this. So what you want to do is you want to extract these portions from different people. The thing is you don't know the account number, so you don't know what exactly to extract from, right? So person one wrote this, person two also wrote, suppose my account number is, you don't know what his account number is, but you know that it's going to be in this format. So digit, 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 and then a hyphen, then another 2 digits, right? So if you can just, if you look for a pattern, you say, I want a pattern which has like 4 digits and a hyphen and then another 2 digits. Look for everything that is here. It will identify you this, then it will identify all the account numbers. So you can extract all these account numbers from your user input or anything, right? So when you are actually designing the page, these so this is called the regular expression. So in the regular expression, you just say what kind of pattern you want, and then it will search into all the text that you have, okay, and return you the values that it find. Okay, sorry, return you the values that it finds. Okay. Now the PHP has a very good built-in regular expression function that is not challenging at all. But the challenge is finding the, what can I say? So the challenge lies in defining the pattern. That is the challenge. So the PHP's function to match a regular expression is this. Preg underscore match. This is a built-in PHP function. It takes 2 parameters. The first parameter is the pattern, and the second parameter is the subject. That means the text. So example is here. You say that I'm looking for this pattern in this text. Okay. Now you have to start with this delimiter. So if you say this is the beginning and this is the ending. So you are saying I'm looking for A. This is my pattern, right? So is this pattern available here? Yes. The answer is true. So here is like, I'm not showing the project. I will show the source code with you. You have to run the project, and this is a screenshot that you will see. You have to put the pattern here and the subject here. So the text, subject means the text. The text here is Visual Quick Pro Guide, and the pattern that I'm looking for is Pro, and you have to put the delimiter, and that is the forwarding slash. Okay, and so it will, once you click on test, it will check if this pattern is available in this text using, so basically it will call this function, and as the first parameter it will pass Pro, and as the second parameter it will pass Visual Quick Pro Guide. And then obviously this Pro is also here, right? Somewhere here. So it will test and it will say, okay, we found it. Okay, now the thing is, this is called literals. So literal means exactly what I'm looking for. Say, I'm looking for exactly Pro, right? This is literal. Or I was looking for cat. This is literal. Now, finding literals is okay, but it's not, it doesn't uh, face all the challenges, because most of the time you will actually want to find more complex things, right? So it's not a specific word. If you are looking for it's not, you are always looking for a specific word. So for example, here I said, like, I don't know the exact account number I'm looking for. Only thing I know is I have 4 digits and a hyphen and 2 digits. Okay, so that's why the next thing, like, how do we build even more complex patterns? So far, just to summarize, PHP has a very big, good built-in functionality to find all the regular expressions. So this part we don't have to worry about. PHP also already does for us. The challenging part for us is creating the pattern, right? Because the patterns are not always going to be straightforward like cat or pro, right? Sometimes it's very complex. So for those, we need these kind of, we call these like meta characters. So meta characters, so this one indicates the beginning of the string. Dollar sign indicates the end of the string. Dot indicates a single character except new line, any character except new line. This is the alternative sign. This is the start of the class, start of the sub pattern, and start of the quantifier. Now I will show you some examples, and that will actually make things more clear, how to build regular expressions. So for example, let's look at this one, CAT. Okay, so this one, as we said, like, if we put this at the beginning of a string, this means that I'm looking for a pattern that starts with cat. And so, and this is my subject. So if I test this, is it going to be true? Right? Is it going to be true? Yes, because I have something which starts with cat, right? So this becomes true. Now, another thing. So if my test subject was something like this, mini cat. So if this was my test subject, and if my pattern was something like this, can someone tell me, is it going to be true or false? Anyone? Hey, anyone following? Okay, for the second question, anyone following? You don't need to tell me the answer. I'm going to tell the answer. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is not going to work. The reason behind this is I'm telling that this string has to start with cat, but this is not true here, right? This ends with cat. So this is going to be false. Okay, next, let's look at this pattern. So it says COL. That means something that has COL, that is fine. Then we have this parenthesis, and then is like R. Okay, so as you see, the parenthesis, this one is start of a sub pattern. So end of sub pattern. So that means this one will look for a sub pattern. So here you see that it says O or OU. This is because in the British English, we write COLOUR, right? Even in when I actually learned these like this spelling, because in the Asia and Indian subcontinent and in Bangladesh, we use the British English, right? But in US English, the U is missing. So what it says is, this is a sub pattern. So this one says O or OU, okay? So anything. So I'm looking for something. And so this will match, let's say, will it match COLOR, right? Will it match it? So you see that here, COL matches COL, right? R matches R. And now in the middle, there is this sub pattern. This matches, yes. So this one says alternative, right? So is it gone? Okay. Anyway, so this one is going to, if I put like this is going to match both this and this, because this middle sub pattern actually matches both of this, right? Okay, so next is the quantifiers. This is also important. So as we said, that quantifiers start with these curly braces. So this one means, this means 0 or 1. Star means 0 or more. Plus means 1 or more. Or you can put like this. 4 means 4, or you can say between 4 to 6. Let me show you one example. Okay, so here is the thing. Okay, so you can see the pattern here. So what does it say? It says there will be a C, and then we put a dot. What does dot mean? Dot means, okay, let's go back here. So dot was any single character except new line. So any single character. Any single character, right? So it can be A, B, C, everything will match here. So if someone is look for this, does it match CA? Yes? Yes or no? Anyone? Okay, I'm going to ask someone. Let's see. Who are the participants? Aishwarya,
Hello. Yes, Professor.
Yes. Okay, so this pattern going to match this?
See.
So
Yes.
dot means any character except new line.
Yeah. Yes, Professor.
Yes, this is matching, right? Will it match CC?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's increase it. Dot plus. So plus means, let's go here. Plus means one or more. So that means any character, but it can be one or more. So where was I? Okay. Yeah. So any character, one or more. So CAB, is it going to match this?
Yes, Professor.
Yes, because any character, it can be one or more, right? Okay. So CCT, this is also matches, right? Yeah. Okay. So next, if I put, say, like this, T. Now say, so it says, does it say that there will be a C, there will be T, and in the middle, how many characters might be there? How many characters
No.
might be there?
One.
Anything, right? Any character, plus means
One.
one or more. So it might be 10, 5, anything, right? One or more, right?
Yes, Professor.
Yes. So can we say that for this example, it was cool, and then there was some space. So can we say that this one actually matches dot plus? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a space, 5 characters were there, right? None of them are new lines. So this matches, right?
Yes.
Okay, got it? Okay, now let's say, let's look at the next pattern. So this one. Cats. This one. So this one means the end of the string, right? This one means beginning. So we are looking for a, and what is this? This one, this sign means 0 or 1. Okay. So that means, what happened again? Okay. Okay, so that means we're looking for let me write it a bit more clearly. Cats. Okay. Now tell me, someone tell me, okay, I am going to ask someone. Gayatri?
Yes, Professor.
Yes. So this one, say cats.
Okay.
Okay. Does it match this? Psycats? Does it?
No.
No. The reason is we say that the beginning, like this should be in the beginning of the strings, right? But here cats is not at the beginning of the string, right? There was psi
Exactly.
right? So this is not matching, right? This was false. Okay, next. Does it match cats? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, but does it match cat C?
No.
No, the reason is this has to be at the end, right? After
Correct.
S, I cannot have anything else, right?
Yes, Professor.
Is it clear now? So at the beginning, we're saying that at the beginning, there must be a C, and the end of the string can be a S. I cannot have anything else, right? So this is not matching. Okay. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes,
Gayatri, is it clear
Yes,
to you?
Professor. Yes, yes,
Okay,
Professor.
okay, okay. Okay, now next question. Cat, does it match? I'm going to ask someone else. Or Gayatri, you can answer. Does it match cat? So this is the pattern. And this is the subject. Does it match?
No, Professor.
Okay. Actually, this matches. The
Matches.
reason behind you. Okay, just let me know. So this one says 0 or 1, right? This
Yes, Professor.
right. So let's go here. After S, what do we have? This interrogation sign, right? So what does it mean? That how many S might be there? 0
0
or
or 1.
1, right?
Yeah.
So cat means there is 0 S, right? Now, can we say
Yeah,
that?
there is no 0 is. Yeah.
Yes. So 0, so it matches, right?
Yes, Professor.
But if we put like cat SS, does it match?
It's more
No, because how many S are there now?
2.
2, but how
Yeah.
many at most we could have?
Should be 0 or 1.
0 or
Greater
1,
than 1.
right? So this cat SS doesn't match. Okay. So
Okay.
clear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked about the quantifiers. Now the character classes. So the next thing, the character classes, we put it in this kind of parentheses. So we said like this one is for sub patterns. This one is for the number of quantifiers. And this is for the classes. So you see that 0 to 9, this means any digit. There is actually a shortcut for this, that is \D. Okay. And if you put all these F, R, all these are like for white space. All these actually represent some kind of white space. Suppose this is T is for tab, right? R is for return character. \N is for new line. All these are some kind of white space. You can put like as \S. This one means anything between A to Z, small a to Z, or 0 to 9. So this one means any character. Okay, so if you have this sign inside this parenthesis, now this is not the beginning of the string. This one means not. So this means not a digit. This means not a character. Okay, let me show you one example. Examples are always better to understand. Okay, why this is coming here. Okay. Okay, so let me show you one example. This example is a little bit complex, but very helpful. Okay, so I have this sub pattern, digits 5. Okay, so now someone tell me that instead of digits, I could also put something else. Like I could just put 0 to 9. Okay, so can someone tell me that so this one actually looks for digits. How many of them? 5 of them, right? And it has to, you see, this one says this has to be at the start of the string. So A1, does it match this pattern? If this is the subject, does it match this pattern? Can someone answer me? Katie? Are you on the call? Katie? No? Naveen? Hey, so
Yes,
we are looking for
professor.
digits, right? We are looking for digits.
Mhm.
How many digits we are looking for? 5, right? 5. And those digits has to be at the beginning of the string, right? Okay. So A1, does it match this pattern? Are you following?
No, professor. Like this,
Okay. So
it
this is
needs to
not
be 5
matching.
digits.
The reason is
Yeah.
A1 doesn't start with a digit, right?
Yes, professor.
So it's actually violating here directly. Okay. Let's change the subject. If I make it, suppose, start with 1, does it match this pattern? Now it starts, this one starts with a digit. That is fine, right? This one works. But the thing is, do we have like 5 digits? No, right? How many digits we have here?
1 digit.
1, right? So if I put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, does it match now?
Yes, Professor.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So now it matches. So we said like a shortcut for this is like this. Instead of 0 to 9, I can put this. Okay. So there goes the first part. Now let's talk about the second part of the thing. So it says, how do I, it says it starts with a digit and the digit has to be 5 number of digits. That's the goes the first one. The second pattern starts with a hyphen or dash, and there will be like how many? 4. Okay. And then this whole thing is okay. Okay, can you see this? Is it clear? Can you see the underlined pattern?
Yes, Professor.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. 1, 6, 8, 2, 1. Does it match this pattern?
Yes, Professor. The first part of the pattern.
First part, right? Now see for the second part, then there was the second part, right? So this was the first part, and then there was the second part. Do you see that for the second part, it says there was this sign, this interrogation sign, right?
Yes, Professor.
So it means that for the second part, how many times the second part can come? It can be 0 to 1, right? So does it mean that the second part can come either 0 or 1? So if I have something like this, 3, 2, 6, 1, right? It matches the second portion, right?
Yes.
Yes, but if I don't have this, still it matches. Why? Because I'm saying that I have 0 to second portion will be there, either is absent there or it can be there for one time, right?
Yes, professor. It is 0 or 1. So
Yeah, so this is absent.
yeah,
That means these whole thing also matches this, right?
yes, professor.
Is it clear?
Clear, professor.
Okay. If I say 3, 5, 6, 9, this matches, right? But if I put another A here, does it match? No,
No,
right?
professor.
Because I'm saying that if I have this, this has to be the ending, right? From the dollar sign. You see? My string has to end here. Okay. Is it clear? Or if I have something like this, A, does it match?
No, Professor.
Yeah, because the second pattern is missing, that is fine. But I cannot end with another thing, right? I must either the second pattern is missing. In any case, I have to end there, right? Okay. Now let me show you this. Just say this. Okay, so 5, 9, 8, 6, 2, 3, 1, 6, 4, A. Now tell me, for this one, I remove this interrogation sign. No. Interrogation sign is there, but I remove this dollar sign. Okay. Now tell me if this pattern matches or not. So this part matches the first, right? This, okay? This part matches the second, right? Is it
Yes.
clear? But after that, I have an A. But there is nowhere, since I removed the dollar sign, there is no restriction that I have to end, the string ends there, right? That restriction is gone, right? That
Yes,
means
Professor.
now this is a matched pattern,
Yes.
okay?
Okay.
So even if I have something like this, say A, is it still matching? Yes, right? Because this portion is matching with the first part, right? Now for the second part, I don't have anything, 0, right? That is fine. And then I have an A, but there is no restriction, right? So it looks like I have the first part and then 0 of the second part, and then I can have anything. There is no restriction, right? Clear? Okay, so the PHP function is pattern, and then you have to put the subject. And here is the thing. If you put a third parameter, okay? Got it? What's going to happen is whatever result you extract will be stored here. Okay, so if you say, just I'm giving you an example, $A equals to preg match pattern is say cat, or no, just let's say pattern is, let's give you 0 to 9, say 2. That means I'm looking for 2 digits, okay? Okay, and now my subject is, suppose he is 20 years old. Okay, so if my pattern is, say if my pattern is this, if my subject is this, so what is going to be extracted? It's looking for is a word which starts with a digit. How many digits it will look for?
2 digits.
2 digits, right?
Yes.
So 20 is a match, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Professor.
So what will happen is 20 will be assigned here. Got it?
Got it.
Yes. But we can have, like, in my string, I can have more. He is 20 years old, she is 45 years old, right? If I change my subject to hold this thing, now the pattern will greedily match 20 as well as 45, right? So
Yes,
20
Professor.
and 45 both will be saved here. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this function is greedy. That means it returns all the matches and then stores them. Okay, so so this function, the second function, preg match all, this is the greedy function. It will match everything and save it here in the third parameter. Got it? Okay, so let's stop here. And the last portion, that is the modifiers, I'm leaving it you for the self-study. So very simply, today's lecture was not the second part wasn't much about PHP, rather it was more about the how to create regular expressions, right? I showed you different techniques to create regular expressions. This is very helpful, and also this is very helpful for text extraction. So once you are creating a website and people are putting input, suppose they're making comments on everything, using these regular expressions, you can just parse and find the specific patterns of words or other things that you're looking for. Okay, so that's it. I discussed how to use regular expression functions in PHP. And so the regular expression functions are preg match and or preg match all. And so we said, like, just calling these functions are straightforward. The only challenge is building the pattern. So we talked about some techniques about building the pattern. Once you review this, it will be more clear to you. And not only that, what you can do is there is another function called preg replace. So you can replace text. So suppose your text is something, I love my cat, and then so this is the subject, this is the pattern, this is the subject, and this is the replacement. So what it means is, if you find this pattern in this subject, this function is going to replace that pattern with this replacement. So you see the subject here is I like my cat. You call this preg replace function. You say that my pattern is cat and you want to replace it with dog. What will happen is cat will be replaced by dog because it's matched, and I like my dog will be assigned here. Okay, so for that you have to use preg replace function.